What are you going to do? Come attack me now?
I should.
All right, guys, we're about to get right into this video, man. So we see this this video is wild. You know, not the craziest video out there, but for it to happen on 4th of March, it's pretty crazy, guys. We have an Asian street preacher. Shout out to him. So he's preaching, you know, the gospel, et cetera, et cetera. He sees a transsexual walking past him, and then he starts, you know, not necessarily targeting them, but he starts talking about how the Bible views transsexuals. You know, God made men to be men, women to be women, et cetera, et cetera. So this trans runs up on him and pulls the blammer straight to his face, and you know, the guy held it down, but he literally pulled a blammer. And this reminds me of just the reports that have been coming out, guys, of these trans terror cells. There's like transsexual terrorists who are plotting homicides all across the country, guys. There's been kidnappings, homicides. There's been people getting R-worded. Whole lot of scary shit going on with this. And obviously we do remember the criminal who shot up, or the transsexual who shot up and killed 6 people at a school. Like I said, man, like this community is getting very, like, you know, after Trump, there's been radicals in that community who've been getting very violent, and obviously other factors have gone up, like the suicide rates and stuff have jumped like 72%, and I think they're the #1 most prone community for suicide, and you know. So let's get into this clip real quick, guys. Get you guys some context on here, man. This clip is wild. Let's get right into
harder. But you need to try less being like somebody you're not, and start to humble yourself and be somebody that God made you to be. He didn't make a man to be a woman. He made the man to be a man. He didn't make the woman to be a man. He made the woman to be a woman. And this is the truth. What are you going to do? Come attack me now?
I should.
Hey, man, it's up to you. If you want to pull that on me, well, God bless you. So you just threatened me with a gun. You just pulled a gun on my face. Man, Lord have mercy on you. This means that you don't even know who you are. Nope, I still love you. Even though you pulled a gun on me, I still love you. I still bless you. Harder.
So this transsexual was about to, you know, he pulled a blammer on him, guys, and literally was about to kill him. And yeah, this, you know, comes down to it where it's like now you have people within that community who are like, you either accept me as I am, or I'm gonna kill your ass. Pretty much, I'm gonna take your life. So it's like, and there's been several reports on this, guys, all over the damn country.
Andy, I have
these people are, and there's like homicides.
Andy, I have followed your work for years, and you've never gotten it wrong. So when I heard about this, I was like, why is this not being reported anywhere else?
If you look at all the headlines about this, let's just focus on the border officer who was killed and the Seattle woman who's currently in custody in Vermont. None of the reporting has mentioned anything about the trans, because I think there's another agenda at play in liberal media. But I verified all this information very carefully. There's a long social media footprint. I interviewed people who knew at least one of the individuals who were involved, and these were trans militant activists with a history of posts suggesting far-left political views as well.
Andy, I have followed your work for years.
Yeah, man. So, and then we've seen videos coming out all across the internet, like, you know, videos like really disturbing shit, like, oh, we're gonna take all your kids, or we're gonna force them to, you know, to misgendering themselves, et cetera, and these people are just, like I said, and all this stuff is being very underreported. Obviously, you know, the liberal media agenda, the liberal media has an agenda to make it seem like that, you know, these people they can do nothing wrong and they're being victimized and oppressed. And then you have situations like that where there's been horrifying violent attacks that have been happening specifically from that community, specifically from male transsexuals. That's where the reports are coming out of, male transsexuals violently attacking and homicides, gang rapes, kidnappings, and this is becoming a serious issue really after Trump won the presidency. And then people are kind of, they're especially that community is very distraught because of some of the stuff that he's made, some of the comments that he's made, which I think he should take back and, try to work it out. Because, I mean, if you look at the estimated, because there's estimated, like, I think like 1.6 million trans people in the world or something like that, bro. And there's been the suicide rate has gone up like 72% among transgender and non-binary youth. Study shows, and it's almost come to a point where it's like there's a 20% chance that an individual who misgenders themselves or becomes transgender or lives that lifestyle is either on drugs or, you know, eventually commits suicide. And drug is rampant through that community, very rampant. So it's pretty interesting, man. This guy pulls the gun out on this guy in broad daylight. And if it wasn't for X and some of these other websites where you can even share stuff like this, guys, nobody would see this. You know, it's crazy. It's wild.